Boy, oh boy, this entire month has been absolutely bonkers when it comes to the Voyager digital bankruptcy case, and today was no different. In August 2nd, earlier this month, Voyager Digital files a motion with the courts. The motion with the courts was something called a KERP plan, which is a Key Employment Retention Plan. That's all it stands for. They basically said, we have key employees. A key employee is an employee that's vital for your business in order for the business to run. These key employees need a retention plan, retention bonuses, and incentives for them to stay. And if they don't stay, then the business is not going to be able to function. In the motion, which I'll read in just a moment, let me abbreviate it. They're looking for a $1.9 million bonus for 38 employees. 38 employees account for 11% of the total workforce of Voyager Digital, which has 350 employees. I'm going to read you this motion in just a moment. After that motion, I am going to read you Friday's motion from the UCC. The UCC stands for the Unsecured Creditors Committee. Those are the people that are representing you. I did a video on this Unsecured Creditors Committee town hall meeting where they cover everything happening with the Voyager case. If you would like to see that video, please click the link above. Before I go any further, click the other link down below. Like, share, and subscribe so the almighty YouTube algorithm shows me some love and I could reach more people that are part of this case. And after I read you the UCC's motion, I'm going to read you the judge's motion from today and give you the judge's ruling. This motion was filed on August 2nd. This is the actual court documents that's filed. Notice of hearing of debtors, motion 4, entry of an order approving the debtor's key employee retention plan and granting related relief. Now I'm going to skip down to section 17 where it basically outlines what they're looking for and how much. The retention program will not exceed approximately $1.9 million. Then they outline the participants. It's limited to 38 non-insider key employees who will remain with the go-forward business, or approximately 11% of the debtor's current workforce. Each participant is a critical employee that performs, among other things, accounting, cash and digital asset management, IT infrastructure, legal human resources, and other critical functions for the debtors. This is Voyager's words, not my own. The KERP awards. KERP awards represent fixed cash amounts payable in 2 installments based on the company's employment of the participants through the applicable payment dates, and the rewards are equal to 25%. So if your salary was $1 million, your bonus is $250,000. If your salary was $100,000, your bonus is $25,000. That's all it says. Finally, it's going to break down the payment dates, how they want to get paid. 50% of each participant's KERP award will be paid immediately, subject to a clawback through emergencies for Chapter 11, with the remaining 50% to be paid at the earlier date of 12 months after the effective date or the emergence from bankruptcy. So they're saying, very easy, you make $1 million, your reward is $250,000, $125,000 is paid right now, and the other $125,000 is either paid when they get out of bankruptcy or within a 12-month period of time. Very, very simple. 25% bonus, half paid now, half paid in 12 months, or when we get out of bankruptcy. So that's the actual motion that was submitted by Voyager on August 2nd. August 19th, the UCC, which is the Unsecured Creditors Committee, filed their own motion to object to this motion. I'm going to abbreviate it really fast. They basically said there's a lot of big companies out there, for example, Coinbase, BlockFi, so on and so forth, that roughly reduced their workforce by 20%, and they're still functioning. They said, why are you not reducing your workforce to Voyager? And that Voyager did not set forth a precedent of why these people are considered key employees. Why are they so vital for the business? They're just saying, hey, we are vital to the business, or hey, these guys are vital to the business, and if they don't get paid, they're going to leave. Now I'm going to read you the motion. This motion was filed on August 19th, and the hearing date was August 24th. Today was the hearing date, which I'll get to in just a moment. Objection of the official committee of unsecured creditors to the debtor's motion for entry of an order approving the debtor's key employee retention plan and granting related relief. In their opening statement, they're going to explain why they're against this. At the time when thousands of creditors are struggling to pay basic personal expenses due to the debtors' flawed business model, the debtors now seek to pay bonuses to their already well-compensated employees. And despite customer heartaches, many of which are set forth to dozens of letters filed to the docket, they're saying that right now is a crypto winter and many firms are reducing their employees. Coinbase by 18%, Bitpanda by 27%, BlockFi by 20%, and blockchain.com by 20%. They don't even mention Robinhood, Gemini, and at least another half a dozen crypto companies. They say, to be clear, the foregoing companies are still operating in the ordinary course of business while the debtors platform has been essentially frozen with no or minimal operations for the last 7 weeks. The debtors have not provided any evidence to justify the retention awards beyond conclusionary statements that these employees are needed. Importantly, the debtors provide no evidence that the 38 participants are at risk of resigning, and that is because there is no such evidence. Since the petition date, only 12 of the debtors, approximately 350 employees, have voluntarily resigned. This lack of attention in attribution to the current employment market in the cryptocurrency space as a result of the aforementioned industry-wide layoffs. Voyager asked for $1.9 million, saying that these are key employees. The UCC says, go F yourself, they're not key employees, you did not set any precedent why they are, and you can't set any precedent because they just aren't. And why are you not laying off employees all the same, since bigger companies than Voyager are laying off employees and still running? Meanwhile, Voyager has been closed for 7 weeks and they're not laying off anybody. Fast forward to today and the judge makes his decision. Voyager Digital won a bankruptcy judge's permission to pay $1.6 million in bonuses to employees deemed critical to the insolvent crypto lender's future. The payouts will go to 34 employees, so they wanted 38, now they're going to get 34, none of whom are top executives who are in areas like accounting and IT infrastructure. So they're not giving it to any of the CEOs. They're giving them 1.6 instead of 1.9. They're giving it to 34 employees instead of 38. And the bonuses are equal to 22.5% of each employee's annual salary. So they reduced it from 25%. So 38 employees now became 34 employees, 1.9 now became 1.6, and 25% bonus now became 22.5% bonuses. And this is just a little bit of good news. Voyager customers with crypto stuck on the platform still haven't recovered any of their holdings. Those who stored cash with the company have so far fared better. About $219 million, or 80% of the customers' cash trapped on the platform since the start of the bankruptcy, has since been returned, a lawyer for Voyager said in a hearing. Alright guys, let me know down below how you feel about this. Before you do that, if you do want some free stocks, I do have a link to Webull. I also have a link to M1 Finance if you want to open up a pie of stocks. Now, do you feel that it was right or not? I'm not taking sides. If these are in fact key employees and they were able to justify it to the judge, well, then they need to run the business. Without them, the business would cease to exist and cease to run. Not that it's running much right now. However, if they're not key employees, then what's the point of paying them out? Do the executives of Voyager somehow, some way, some shape or form benefit from this? I don't know. Let me know down below how you feel about this. And just remember, the $1.6 million is essentially your money. That's where it's coming from. Thank you so much. Like, share, subscribe. The Berg is out.